Another Death Row production. Mike Tyson, next heavyweight champion of the world. Everybody else for.
Alrighty guys, what's going on? Welcome on back. It's the Empire. I'm your host Risky. It is Saturday, May 16th. Looking back at yesterday, oh my god, what a terrible day. We go 0 for 4 on our bets. I don't know how many of you guys was on that Pirates game with me, but watching that shit live was absolute killer. They blew a huge lead, let the Phillies come back and win. But like I said, it was a 0 for 4 day. You guys know I hate when I give you guys bullshit picks. It absolutely kills me. That's why I tell you guys I respect you guys all the time at the end of the video. I'm not here trying to waste your time, waste your money. I hate when y'all give y'all bullshit picks, but you guys know the rules. It's on to the next one. I went crazy on this slate here today. We got a full 15 game Major League Baseball schedule on tap. Guys, Outlier Sportsbook, the link is down in the description. Sign up with them. The first week is free. Also at the end of the video, the 3 bets we'll be placing here today ourselves. With all of that being said, let's jump into it. Alright guys, we're gonna run through these pick games here today. We're already late. I'm just gonna get to the pick, straight to it. The first game up is the Toronto Blue Jays in Detroit taking on the Tigers. Tigers won the first game of the series yesterday, 3-2 in the bottom of the 9th. Today we got Mason on the mound for the Jays. We got Mize on the mound for the Tigers. Mize was on the injured list, now returning back on the mound for Detroit. Had no rehab starts. That's something I never like. In my personal opinion, it's the Detroit Tigers rushing him back after Scooble went down and they're having to use a bunch of minor league pitchers. They rush back Mize, in my opinion. I don't like this spot for Cody Mize today. This Blue Jays team is a decent hitting team. I can see them getting to him. On top of that, when I look at the weather for this game starts at 1 o'clock, but by 2 to 3 o'clock, there's going to be rain. So I see a delay happening in this game. I see the Toronto Blue Jays getting to this Detroit Tigers bullpen very early, a bullpen that's highly taxed. Like I said, looking at the weather, it's about 70 degrees, but with wind blowing from the right field into the diamond, giving left-handed batters a slight disadvantage. Let's get to the picks here. The Tigers are the betting out favorites in this game here today, and I like the road dogs in this spot. Give me the Toronto Blue Jays on the money line. The game total set at 8.5. I do like the under 8.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking Okamoto with the Jays for 2 total bases today. Next up, we got the Royals in St. Louis taking on the Cardinals. We got the left-handed pitcher Noah Cameron on the mound for the Royals. We got Leahy on the mound for the Cardinals. Getting straight into this one, Noah Cameron has been terrible in his last 5 starts, giving up 3 or more runs in all of them. Hard hit rate now up to 52%. This St. Louis Cardinals lineup continues to kill the ball. They've been hitting .266 in their last 8 games. The big thing in this game here, guys, this Royals bullpen 2 weeks ago was the worst bullpen in the majors. Then within this last 2-week span, they really started to play much better. But in the last 3 games, we've seen this Royals bullpen implode, give up a bunch of runs, blow leads. We saw it in yesterday's game in the bottom of the 10th. I think it was the bottom. It went into overtime. It was the bottom of the 10th. They blew the game, let the Cardinals come back and win it. Looking at Leahy on the mound for St. Louis, he's not a good starting pitcher. I'm expecting him to give up a few runs himself. I give the advantage in the bullpens to the St. Louis Cardinals. Looking at the weather here today, it looks like we're going to have rain throughout the Midwest. Shout outs to everybody in the Midwest. But it's projecting rain throughout most of the Midwest games. This game does have the chance of being delayed starting around 2 o'clock. But after that, it's going to be clear, 70 plus degrees with 10 plus mile per hour winds blowing from the diamond to the outfield. Let's get to the picks. The Cardinals are the betting out favorites in this game here today, and I'm playing them on the money line. The game total set at 9. I do like the over 9 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking Herrera of the Cardinals for 2 total bases today. Looking at the left-handed pitcher Rodriguez here for the Diamondbacks, off to an amazing start this year, 4-0, 2.25 ERA. Low hard hit rate. That's the one thing I really like about him, especially in this start at Coors Field. Hard hit rate below 40%. Ground rate this year is up above 45%. I really like the matchup here today for Rodriguez, seeing a Rockies team that has not hit the last 3 lefties they've seen, turning it over to a Diamondbacks bullpen that's completely rested. This Rockies lineup didn't even hit Kelly yesterday, who's been absolutely terrible this season. I see them struggling to get to Rodriguez today. We got Shigano on the mount for the Rockies on the other side, off to an amazing start this year. His worst starts have all come in Colorado, though, just like Kyle Freeland. This is a guy that struggles in his home starts. I see this Diamondbacks lineup being able to smash him in this game today, get 4 or 5 runs off of him in 5-6 innings, turning it over to a Rockies bullpen. I'm also expecting to give up a bunch of runs. Looking at the weather here today, it's good hitting weather, the best projected offensive game on the schedule on Ballpark Pal, but we have wind blowing from the outfield into the diamond that usually is going to help keep the score much lower. Let's get to the picks. The Diamondbacks are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and I'm playing them on the money line. The game total set at 11. I do like the under 11 total runs in this one. For the player prop, I'm taking Perdomo of the Diamondbacks for 2 total bases today. Alright, next up we got the Philadelphia Phillies in Pittsburgh taking on the Pirates. We got the left-handed pitcher Christopher Sanchez on the mount for the Phillies. We got Bubba Chandler on the mount for the Pirates, getting straight into this one here. Like I said, this was the killer game yesterday. That Pirates bullpen came in and blew a huge lead. The Pirates bullpen is completely taxed coming into this one. Really, both of the bullpens are completely taxed. This is going to be a game determined by their starting pitchers. We got the left-handed pitcher Christopher Sanchez back on the mount for the Phillies. He's back to that ace Cy Young level form. Looking at the matchup here today for him, he's going to be seeing a Pittsburgh Pirates team that struggles against left-handed pitching. We saw the last time they saw a lefty was Quintana of the Rockies. They lost that game. The start before that, they saw a left-handed pitcher. They also lost that one. They've lost their last 2 of 3 starts versus left-handed pitching. I see Sanchez coming out here today having a very good game. On the other side, we got Bubba Chandler. The big thing with Bubba, he started off the season looking really sharp. His last 4 starts, the command has really struggled. He's giving up 3 or more runs in all of his games. I see Bubba Chandler letting up a bunch of runs in this one here today, turning it over to a Pirates bullpen that's completely taxed. Looking at the weather here today, the weather is a bit on the pitcher-friendly side. They're going to have wind blowing from the outfield into the diamond about 8 to 10 miles per hour. Let's get to the picks. The Phillies are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and I'm playing them on the money line. The game total set at 8.5. I do like the over 8.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking Bryce Harper of the Phillies to hit a home run today. Alright, next up we got the Orioles in DC taking on the Nats. We got Bassett on the mount for the O's. We got Cade Cavalli on the mount for the Nats. Getting straight into this one, we got Bassett here on the mount for the Orioles. He's looked terrible in his last 4 outings, giving up 3 or more runs in all of those starts. Hard hit rate at 51%. Looking at the spot here today for him, he's going to be seeing a Nationals lineup that continues to struggle to hit right-handed pitching. I see Bassett, though, struggling versus the power lefty bats in this lineup. Guys like House, Wood, and Abrams, I see them being able to get to Bassett in this one. The Orioles bullpen's in a good spot to come in this game today, stop the bleeding. On the other side, we got Cade Cavalli on the mount for the Nats. He's really gotten into form in his last 4 games. In his last 4 starts, he has an ERA of 2.40. He has 43 strikeouts in those 4 games. Looking at the matchup here today for him, he's going to be seeing an Orioles lineup that continues to struggle to hit the ball. They did not get no runs off of Zach Littell yesterday, who's probably one of the worst starting pitchers in the majors this season. Looking at the matchup here today for Cade Cavalli, I could see him struggling with guys like Gunnar Henderson and Adley Rutschman, guys that like to hit those pitches low. That's where Cade Cavalli loves to throw the ball low, especially down and into the left-handed bats. I see this Orioles lineup being able to get a run or 2 off of him. I do not like the spot for the Nationals bullpen. I see them coming in, letting up a bunch of runs. Looking at the weather in this one, it's a hitter-friendly game. Strong gust of wind blowing from the diamond to the outfield. Let's get to the picks. Alright, the odds makers have this game as a dead even pick'em spot, 108, and I like the Washington Nationals in this game on the money line. The game total set at 9.5. I do like the over 9.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking James Wood of the Nationals to hit a home run today. Alright, getting into this one here, we got Alcantara on the mount for Miami. The wheels have fallen off the bus for him. He started off the season looking amazing. His last 3 starts, he's given up 4 or more runs on the road this season. He has an ERA in his road starts above 6. Looking at the matchup here today for him, he's going to be seeing a Tampa Bay Rays team that is batting 270 versus right-handed pitching. They continue to play very well in their home games. They're batting 260 in their home games this season. Looking at the matchup for Alcantara, he's going to be seeing 5 lefties in this Tampa Bay Rays lineup here today. The 2 righties he's going to see are guys like Caminero and Diaz, guys that could go yard off of him. I'm expecting Alcantara to continue to struggle in this one. The Miami Marlins bullpen is still taxed coming into this one as well. On the other side, we got Nick Martinez on the mount. Sorry about that. Nick Martinez on the mount. We saw yesterday's game. This Marlins team did not get to Schultens. Nick Martinez, a ground ball pitcher just like Schultens that throws his sinker, but all of his pitches are like 3-4 times much better than Schultens. I see this Miami Marlins team struggling to hit him here today. Like I said, he throws the sinker 40+% of the time. It's been in really good shape this season. I see him being able to go about 5-6 innings, possibly give up a run, turning it over to Tampa Bay Rays bullpen. Still one of the best in the majors, continuing that same pace they've been playing at. It's down in Tampa Bay, no real weather to sway anything. Let's get to the picks. The Rays are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and I'm playing them on the money line. The game total set at 7.5. I do like the under 7.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking a Ronda of the Rays for 2 total bases today. Alright, next up we got the Cincinnati Reds in Cleveland taking on the Guardians. We got Chris Paddack on the mount for the Reds. We got the left-handed pitcher Joey Cantillo on the mount for the Guardians. Getting into this one here, Chris Paddack started off the season for the Miami Marlins. He was so terrible, they cut him. The Reds picked him up because they were so desperate. He comes into this one with an ERA above 6, hard hit rate at 53%. I do not like this spot for him to be making his debut for the Reds. I'm expecting this Guardians lineup that has 6 left-handed bats to smash him in this game. It's going to be hitter-friendly weather. We saw in yesterday's game, once again, the Cincinnati Reds bullpen come in and almost blow it. They were fortunate that they didn't fully blow it. They lost by a run. They won by a run, 6-5. Looking at this matchup for Joey Cantillo, the left-handed pitchers on the mount for the Guardians, he's going to be seeing a Cincinnati Reds lineup we saw versus Foster Griffin 2-3 days ago. They smashed the left-handed pitcher. They hit lefties much better than they do righties. I see them getting to Cantillo maybe for only about 2 runs. He does have a ground ball rate of 41%. That's going to help him out in this game. I see the Cleveland Guardians bullpen that's in good shape coming into this one, stopping the bleeding. Looking at the weather in this one, it's going to be a hitter-friendly game. We have 8-mile-per-hour winds at the beginning, blowing from the diamond to right field, giving left-handed batters an advantage. Let's get to the picks. The Guardians are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and I'm playing them on the run line. The game total set at 8.5. I do like the over 8.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking Jose Ramirez of the Guardians to hit a home run today. Alright, up next, we got the Windy City series going on. We got the Cubs taking on the White Sox. The Cubs stomped on the White Sox yesterday. Today, we got Talion on the mount for the Cubs. We got Davis Martin on the mount for the White Sox. Getting straight into this one here, we talk about Talion all the time. Very streaky, inconsistent pitcher. He'll have some really decent games, then have some absolute terrible train wreck games. Looking at the matchup here today for him, the one thing already off the bat we're looking at in any Chicago game is the wind, where it's blowing. We got wind blowing from the outfield into the diamond, heavy wind at that, so it'll be more on the pitcher-friendly side in this game. Looking at Talion here today, I can see this White Sox lineup being able to get a few runs off of him. Guys like Murakami and Montgomery match up very well against them. He struggles versus left-handed bats, hard hit rate at 49% right now. I see Talion giving up a few runs in this one, turning it over to a Cubs bullpen that is taxed. We saw Asano go in both of the last 2 games, I should say. He's not going to be available. I do not like where this Cubs bullpen's at. On the other side, we got Davis Martin, Cy Young form to start off the season. He's looked absolutely amazing. Ground ball rate at 45%. That's really going to help him out in this game here today. Now, the one thing I don't like for him, he's going to be seeing 6 lefties in this Cubs lineup. The Cubs continue to smash right-handed bats. Granted, they've cooled off in their last 6 games. In the last 6 games, the Chicago Cubs are only batting .235 as a team. I do like Davis Martin in the spot to go out there about 6 innings, giving up a run or 2, turning it over to a White Sox bullpen that I feel is going to have the advantage late. Let's get to the picks. Alright, the odds makers have this game as a pick'em spot. It's a 40 cents difference favoring the White Sox, and that's where I lean as well. I like the Chicago White Sox on the money line. The game total set at 8.5. I do like the under 8.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking Montgomery of the White Sox for 2 total bases today. Next up, we got the Rangers in Houston taking on Astros. Jacob deGrom on the mount for the Rangers. We got Tang on the mount for the Astros. Getting into this one, deGrom has gotten back into that Cy Young form. His last 3 outings, 18 innings pitched, only 2 runs given up. Today, he's going to be seeing an Astros lineup that continues to struggle to hit right-handed pitching. We saw in yesterday's game, they struggled with Jack Leiter, only got a run off of him. On the other side, we got Tang on the mount for the Astros. He's looked absolutely terrible. He really should be a bullpen arm. He had started off the season coming out the bullpen for the Astros. He was probably their best bullpen arm when he was coming out the pen. But since moving him to the starting rotation, he's been absolutely terrible. Hard hit rate at 55%. Granted, this Texas Rangers team almost let Enriqueta pitch a no-hitter to them yesterday. I see them bouncing back, the bats bouncing back here today against Tang, the Astros bullpen. I'm expecting them, we see them much early in this game today. They've been absolutely terrible. I'm expecting the Rangers to get a few runs off of them as well. It's down in Houston in the Dome, so no real weather to sway anything. Let's get to the picks. The Rangers are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and I'm playing them on the money line. The game total set at 8. I do like the under 8 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking Peterson of the Rangers to hit a home run today. Next up, we got the San Diego Padres in Seattle taking on the Mariners. Walker Buehler on the mount for the Padres. We got Logan Gilbert back on the mount for the Mariners. Getting into this one here, Walker Buehler's actually looked good in his last 3 outings. ERA in his last 3 starts is at 3.15. He's going to be seeing a Seattle Mariners lineup that is still missing Cal Raleigh, but they will trot out their 5 left-handed bats today, at least 5 left-handed bats. I don't like that for Walker Buehler. It is in a pitcher-friendly ballpark. It will help Buehler. That will help him. Not to mention the fact that this Seattle's Mariners offense does play very inconsistent in their home games this season. They've been much better on the road. On the other side, we got Logan Gilbert on the mount for the Mariners. He struggled in his last few outings. Granted, just like I said just now, it's back at home where he pitches much better in this pitcher-friendly ballpark. He's going to be seeing a Padres lineup that continues to struggle to hit the ball this season. I see Logan Gilbert going about 6, possibly 7 innings, scoreless, if not giving up a run, turning it over to a bullpen. You know what? Both of the bullpens are in good shape here today. They're 2 good bullpens. Both of them will come in and probably shut the door on these offenses. It's out there in Seattle. We got pitcher-friendly weather in a pitcher-friendly ballpark. Let's get to the picks. The Mariners are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and we're playing them on the money line. The game total set at 7.5. I do like the under 7.5 total runs. For the player prop, we're taking Josh Naylor of the Mariners to hit a home run today. Next up, we got the Red Sox in Atlanta taking on the Braves. We got the left-handed pitcher Peyton Toll on the mount for the Red Sox. We got Bryce Elder on the mount for the Braves. Looking at yesterday's game, the Braves saw the left-handed pitcher early on the mount for the Red Sox. They struggled to get to him, but we spoke about it in yesterday's game. Early throws a wide arsenal of pitches. He has a very good sinker, a lot of off-speed pitches. Today, seeing Peyton Toll on the mount for the Boston Red Sox, he's a completely different style of left-handed starting pitcher. This is a guy that mainly throws the fastball. He's been trying to work in his sinker. Granted, we saw in that Tampa Bay Rays game, the sinker really didn't have no movement on it. It was getting smashed. I could see him having a similar outing to that Rays game where he goes about 5 innings, gives up 3 runs. This Atlanta Braves team is still batting .268 on the season versus left-handed pitching. On the other side, we got Bryce Elder. He's been off to an amazing start this year. He looked really good in his last outing against the Dodgers. Today, he's going to be playing a Boston Red Sox team that continues to struggle hitting the ball. In their last 6 games played, they're batting just .223 as a unit with 1 home run to go along with it. I see Elder having another really good start, turning it over to a Braves bullpen that's still one of the best in the majors. Looking at the weather here today, it is going to be pitcher friendly. We have strong gusts of wind blowing from the outfield into the diamond. Let's get to the picks. The Atlanta Braves are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and we're playing them on the run line. The game total set at 8. I do like the under 8 total runs. For the player prop, we're taking Austin Riley of the Braves for 2 total bases today. Alright, next up we got the Subway Series, the Yankees taking on the Mets. We got the left-handed pitcher Rodon on the mount for the Yankees. We're going to have Braziban open up the game for the Mets, and after that, the left-handed pitcher Peterson will take over. Looking at Rodon, this will be his 2nd start of the year. He looked decent in that outing against the Brewers last week. He's going to be seeing a Mets team today that is only batting .218 versus left-handed pitching, slugging .389, so they have not been hitting for contact versus lefties, not hitting for power. I could see Rodon coming out here today having a really good start, going about in a way a similar start to Schlittler yesterday, going about 6 innings, giving up a run. On the other side, it's going to be Brazaban opening up the game. He's going to face the lineup one time through. It's really to face Aaron Judge, if you want to be completely honest with you. This lineup is primarily left-handed bats. They just want David Peterson to skip a time he sees, I guess you could say, Aaron Judge. So Peterson will come in the 3rd inning. Peterson's been absolutely terrible this season, giving up 3 or more runs in all of his outings. This Yankees team is batting .270 versus left-handed pitching, slugging .411 versus lefties. I see the Yankees hitting them up, getting to this Mets bullpen that is highly taxed coming into it. Let's get to the picks. The Yankees are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and we're playing them on the run line. The game total set at 8.5. We have hitter-friendly weather, wind blowing from the diamond to the outfield. I like the over 8.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking Aaron Judge of the Yankees to hit a home run today. Alright, next up we got the battle for LA. We got the Dodgers taking on the Angels. A very good starting pitching matchup in this one. We got the left-handed pitcher Warblowski on the mound for the Dodgers. We got Soriano on the mound for the Angels. Getting into this one here. We saw in yesterday's game, Blake Snell, after getting lit up in his first start of the season, went back to his Cy Young form yesterday against the Angels team that has been killing lefties on the season. So it's really impressive what Blake Snell did. Today the Angels going to be seeing Warblowski on the mound for the Dodgers. Warblowski's been in Cy Young form this season. The most runs he's given up to this point in the game is 3. It's only happened once. Today he's going to be seeing an Angels lineup that at home continues to struggle to hit the ball. They're only batting .227 in their home games this season. Granted, they do hit for a lot of power at home, just no contact. That is going to favor Warblowski. This guy has a ground ball rate of 47%. I see him having a very solid outing here today, turning it over to a Dodgers bullpen that is even in a better spot today. On the other side, we got Soriano. Started off this season, through his first 5 starts, had an ERA of 0.24. Since then, in his last 3 outings, he has an ERA of 3. He's been getting hit up. Looking at the matchup here today for him, he's going to be seeing a Dodgers lineup. For one, a few of these Dodgers have very good numbers in the past matchups against them. Guys like Ohtani, who's the main guy I focused in on, kills the sinker ball. That's what Soriano throws primarily. I see Soriano getting hit up in this game, getting taken out early, turning it over to an Angels bullpen that's still one of the worst in the majors. Let's get to the picks. The Dodgers are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and we're playing them on the money line. The game total set at 8.5. I do like the over 8.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking Ohtani of the Dodgers for 2 total bases today. Alright, in the final game of the day, we got the Giants in Sacramento taking on the Athletics. We got McDonald on the mound for the Giants. We got Severino on the mound for the Athletics. Getting into this one, McDonald, he's looked solid through his first 2 starts of the season. I think that's where all it ends here today. He's pitching in this small ballpark. This Athletics lineup is batting .267 versus right-handed pitching, slugging .420 versus righties. Hitter-friendly day, the second best offensive game on the schedule according to Ballpark Pal. We're going to have wind blowing from the diamond to the outfield. McDonald is a primary fastball pitcher. I see him getting lit up in this game. I do like the Giants bullpen to come in and stop the bleeding, though. They've continued to play very well recently. On the other side, we got Severino. He's solid this season. He's looked solid this season, but in his home starts, he has an ERA of 5.87. I see him still allowing 2 to 3 runs in this one. The Athletics bullpen played good in yesterday's game, but I still don't trust them. I see them coming in, letting up a run or 2. Let's get to the picks. The Athletics are the betting odd favorites in this game here today, and I'm playing them on the money line. The game total set at 9.5. I do like the over 9.5 total runs. For the player prop, I'm taking Shea Langoliers of the Athletics to hit a home run today. Alrighty guys, before we get up out of here, the 4 bets we'll be placing here today ourselves. Our first bet will be our ladder play. Like I said, the Pirates shit the bed last night. Now we got to restart. So we'll be playing a $10 bet here today on the Atlanta Braves on the run line. We're getting them at plus 152. This is our ladder play of the day. After that, we have a 3-leg home run parlay we're playing here today. We started off with Aaron Judge of the Yankees. We're then going to play Murakami of the White Sox, and we wrap up the parlay with Shea Langoliers of the Athletics. Alright, next up we have a 3-leg parlay we're playing here today. We started off with the Yankees on the run line. We're then going to play the Philadelphia Phillies on the money line, and we wrap up the parlay with the Cincinnati Reds Cleveland Guardians game total to go over 8.5 total runs. Then our final bet of the day will be another 3-leg parlay where we started off with the Arizona Diamondbacks on the money line. We're then going to play the Seattle Mariners on the money line, and we wrap up the parlay with the Yankees Mets game total to go over 8.5 total runs. Once again, guys, before we get up out of here, I just want to send my salutes out to you all. It's Saturday. We made it. Like I told you guys at the top of the video, I went crazy in this one. Hopefully, we could bounce back nice here today. You guys know I appreciate you all. I respect you all. Hope we all win some money here today, and I'm going to catch you on the next one.